Hey guys, welcome to Little Blackbird 91. We're talking to you guys about Mark Curry and also actually Bodyguard Gene as well because he describes the same event. I call it Pimpology because it's the stuff of pimps that do this type of behavior where they drug women and then sleep with them. This is Pimpology stuff. Get them hooked on drugs and then have your way with them basically. And Diddy does this. He's a pimp. Diddy is a full-on pimp in the music industry and how he deals with women. And so we're going to talk a little bit about that on this episode. So if you're new to the channel, do me a massive favor. Like it, share, subscribe, click on that bell button for notification uploads. We appreciate you guys. Still loaded. And for those of you who are returnees, you already know what it is, baby. You got the minerals. You got the minerals. Stay hydrated because streets out there are hot. Let's talk a little bit about this situation. We're going to play a couple of videos as well for you guys. Give you guys some visuals, you know what I mean? Let's get
Your opinion. You was around Puffy, you was on Bad Boy. Looking at this lawsuit, Cassie, she claims that her and Diddy had freak-off sessions where they would get a male
You talking about the freak-off sessions where they used to do in the studio and all of that over different entertainers' houses and stuff? Where they be having them parties where they won't invite you to? And they be like, we having a party tonight, but this ain't your kind of party. You be like, yeah, I ain't going. I don't want to go. Freak-off parties? When you go in there and it be, yo, let me tell you something. We used to go in the club. We go into the nightclub, right? And we go and get to the VIP. All of these girls come around the VIP and they just be standing there. And like, let me tell you something, man. Let me get back with you. We got to rewind this back. We used to go to when we go to the club, we used to have these bottles, right? And on this bottle, they be regular Moet bottles. On them bottles right there, they've been had something to make the girls be real slippery and all of this kind of stuff. So when you get up, they be like, don't touch them bottles right there and only drink them bottles right there. So we already knew what the drill was. You just don't mess with them bottles, right? Then all of the girls is in the club after a while, they all running, opening up their mouth like little birds. He's running around just popping pills in their mouth, pop, pill, 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 pill. And then that was the party. But all of the females that was in, that's what they wanted. That was what party. It was part of the hip hop culture. We ain't see nothing wrong with it until Bill Cosby got in trouble.
Now let's pause it right there. He tell a lie. I'll tell you why he tell a lie. Because you guys have separated drinks for women and for yourselves. Now, if you had said that you went around popping pills, I could understand. Maybe you guys were just doing those kind of things. Okay, cool. But the mere fact that obviously you guys had drinks separate and you weren't supposed to touch the one that are meant to get the girls, quote unquote, slippery, I'm a hold Mark accountable too. He's in this foolishness as well, right? So Diddy's, yeah, one of the orchestrators, but you in that foolishness too. You knew that some drinks were meant to make the girls slippery and easy, okay, which is usually what we call a date rape drug in there, to make these girls feel some type of way, so they would end up what, sleeping with you guys, right, doing crazy stuff that they wouldn't necessarily ordinarily do if they were sober, right? This is Pimpology, and I'm going to show you the Pimpology part when Mr. Gene comes on as well and says his piece. But just listen a bit more to this. Like, you're not innocent in this place either.
He did one too many. Man, look. Let me tell you something, I mean to cut you, this funny. I used to, we used to be on the road, you'd be like, yo, let me go to my puff room, see what they doing. And you knock on a puff door, he'd be sitting there damn near butt naked. You ever just had a grown ass man answer his hotel door butt naked and they'd be like, come on in, you'd be like, I'll come back. You ever close your eyes, you'd be like, I guess you're not presentable. And then walk away, because see what happens is, if they'd be like, come on in, and then you come on in, they'd be like, this man just came into my room, I'm sitting there butt ass naked.
I'm going to play the clip with Mr. Gene because I think that will better explain the Pimpology that I was talking about with Diddy as well. Okay, listen to this.
That means that if they have indies, non-disclosure, that means that if you work for them, you around them, you can't disclose any of the information about them. But there's some artists that didn't say anything, that didn't sign it, and they able to talk about anything they want to. And I think that's those girls that was, I think Danny came. I think a couple of them didn't sign it. And boy, oh boy, they probably gonna go after him too. Because I heard him, and I'm giving you this, Aubrey. He stood up there and he said in front of a lot of people, we were in the studio. And I said something to him and walked out the studio. He said, yo, I'm going to drug their ass off and pick them up and pip them out to my nigga. He said, I'm going to drug them out. I'm going to get them all on drugs. And I'm going to pimp their ass out to my nigga. And I was like, there's somebody kids. And walked out. And it's somebody that heard me. I mean, well, it's not only somebody that heard me, it's somebody that I know who was in the studio at the time that happened, and I still talk to him today. And we were just talking about that the other day. They have.
So when I said about pimpology, that's what I mean by pimpology, right? He intentionally wanted to drug these young ladies, Danity Kane, and more than likely did the same he did the same to Cassie. We saw it with Cassie in the lawsuit. Probably did the same to Kim Porter. He has a habit of using drugs as a gateway to get women into vulnerable states. You hung around people like Diddy. This is the kind of heinous, nasty, insidious behavior they do. They drug women because they want to lower the person's inhibitions, and lower the person's guard, and get them to a place of lucidness where suggestion becomes easily to be made. These are scary people when they do this kind of stuff. Right? It's premeditated. It's Pimpology 101. Get women hooked on drugs, get them dependent on you, and then you can pimp them out however you want it. You heard what Mr. Gene said. He was going to pimp them out to other clients or other people, other guys, right? And the reality of the situation is a lot of people who are doing that. It's not just P. Diddy. We talk about the music industry in general, the film industry, Hollywood. People are being pimped the exact same way. They're on drugs. They have handlers. Kanye spoke about this. They have handlers who handle them. And when the drugs break a mind or make them feel crazy, the industry wins because nobody's going to believe your credibility because you're crazy. So and so, right? So this is not just a Diddy situation; it's a complete industry issue, and it's done by darker powers that are in leadership. They teach them these things, right? It's how to keep power. It's how to manipulate and to create slavery in these industries. And if you're not sharp and you're not on point, you got a particular need that drives you particular places. Maybe you've got drug issues yourself. Maybe you're a person who wanted a father figure. Maybe you wanted a mummy figure. Whatever there are deep wounds, you can be used and abused in this industry. Right, so Danity Kane was about to be on the next on the list, but we heard from Mark Curry himself. This is a dirty tactic that Diddy uses. He uses this to get people into a place of lucidness. And like I said, I think personally, this further proves a point that what Diddy did to Cassie is not a one-off. It's not a one-off, and he can't go on and saying like it was a mistake. No. He did it for 10 years with Cassie. And not only that, he was going to do it with Danity Kane. But had they signed an didn't sign an NDA, which also represented that the fact that they were going to stand strong as their will and individually, because this thing is about breaking the will of individual people, right? Satan looks to still kill and destroy, but he looks for the will. Who's willing to do my bidding? Because he's not going to force you. Oh no. He wants you to come by your own will as well. So he can still kill and destroy appropriately and say, see, God, this is your people then. I got them. You know what I mean? Hey, man, that's some crazy stuff there by Diddy. Appreciate you. Like, share, subscribe, click on the bell button. Appreciate you. Nasty work from that boy. Nasty work from that man. Crazy stuff that he be doing. I don't know. Sometimes I'm looking at it, I'll be like, Diddy, what are you doing? Really, what are you doing? But I realize people are sick and twisted in this industry. And yeah, it's unfortunate. All right, so we're gonna love you and leave you there, guys. Little black, you know what time.